Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is White Noise, the mono-white deck using a specific set of men along with a token-making machine to populate the board. We have all the usual elements, including card draw, removals, and utility cards that help improve our board. We get off to an early start and look to end games before they get too long. We have powerful men that are capable of running the table on their own, and one we even used as a finisher in an Azorius deck in a previous video. We start off with a full set of case of the Uneaten Feast. This little enchantment will give us 1 life every time we have one of our men enter play. It's a little bit of life gain to help offset the cost of Skrelv's Hive. Unchecked, it can drain us a good deal before we get to the point where our lads get lifelink. Dawn's Truce is a surprise card against removals, board wipes that destroy, and targeted damage spells. In a pinch, it can save one of our men or our entire board. Indestructible men, at the right moment, can sometimes be worth the card we give away. Dusk Legion Duelist is a great little beater. He has vigilance, and when he gets a counter, we get to draw a card. We have a couple of ways of getting counters on our men to take advantage of the card draw ability. Invasion of Gobakhan is great hand disruption, and once we flip it to the light shield array, this will pump all our men that attacked. It's a great way to boost the men we have on board, and it can even be sacrificed to give all our men hexproof at instant speed. Skrelv's Hive is a great enchantment that spits out a 1/1 toxic lad every one of our upkeeps. We get hit for 1 life every time a lad comes out of his house, but that's worth the price we pay. Besides, that Uneaten Feast gives us a life back every time we get men in play. Parting Gust is a great new card from Bloomburrow. It can be used 2 ways. We can use it to save one of our men and get it back later with a +1/+1 counter on it, or we can give the opponent a tapped fish and use it to exile one of their men. A tapped fish is such a small thing to give away when we absolutely have to get rid of their biggest threat. Caretaker's Talent is a fantastic new enchantment. It automatically gives us a card whenever we have a token enter play on our side. This triggers only once per turn, but it can add up if we can also generate a token on the opponent's turns. For 1 mana, we can level up the enchantment and generate a copy of a token we have. For 4 mana, we gain access to level 3, which gives all our tokens +2/+2. With multiple talents, our tokens can get out of hand. Monastery Mentor is a powerful 3-drop that spits out tokens with prowess every time we play a non-creature spell. We have many ways of triggering his ability that we should have no problems raising an army. Phyrexian Vindicator is a big bad that has been around a while, and we aim to put him to good use. He can brick wall mono red and bore us, and can easily change the tide of battle. Steel Seraph is another great body in our deck. We can play it out for 3 mana, and it'll enter as a 3/3 flyer. If we use Parting Gust on it, it'll come back as a 6/5 beat stick. And at the beginning of our attack step, this angel will give one of our men one of 3 excellent abilities. Being an artifact, this evades the usual black removals. For lands, we have 3 Mirrex, the land that makes 1/1 lads at instant speed. 4 Fabled Passage, the special land that fetches out basics from our deck, and 17 planes. Playing the deck is pretty straightforward. The early turns is about getting any early men out and setting up our board for the mid-game. We really want to hit a Hive and a talent early on. Be careful when playing the Parting Gust. We only have 3. Make sure to make the most of it when you fire it off. Dawn's Truce can be a backbreaker if they have damage cards or a sweeper doesn't exile. Against some decks, the Vindicator and our Steel Angel will be unstoppable, so look to get those down as fast as possible against vulnerable opponents. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Shadow. Why can't more players have easy names? Good job, bro. You're a hero. We're kicking things off with a 2-lander. We've got plenty of 2-drops as well as a Vindicator. We have enough ammo to operate through the early turns. Keep. On our first draw is a talent. Ideally, we'd like to get it down turn 3, right behind the Hive. This will give us a card draw set up to help us gain the edge in this matchup. Looks like the opponent is on Is It Otters? They could possibly flood the board with men, so any removals we get will be critical. We're glad to draw into our third land already. Let's get the Hive in play and we can start making lads on our next turn. These early turns might end up being painful for us, but it's the price we pay to get set up for the mid-game. We draw into an Uneaten feast. This will help us offset the life loss of generating a lad every upkeep. And we have enough mana left over to play out a Duelist. We'll hold off on our talent until later. For the moment, we want to stabilize the pain we're doing to ourselves. Sleight of Hands are great because it does nothing to advance their board. Sure, it pumps their one otter, but a single guy is not going to be enough to beat us. They use Burn to clear out our Duelist. They seem committed to getting the job done with a single token. They even clear out our token. It's fine. They are using a lot of cards and are draining their cards in hand. A fourth land would have been amazing, but we get a Steel Seraph. As a defender, the Angel isn't that great here, but as an attacker, it's rather strong. We'll be able to give it life. Link, get back some of the life we've lost so far. They play out a flyer of their own, but we have a removal if we need it. They send their token. You know, it wouldn't be coming in if they didn't have a way of taking out our Angel, so we'll let it through. Their sneaky play was not so sneaky. You don't have to be psychic to have seen that coming. That fourth land is being elusive. This game would be a lot easier if we'd gotten up to 4 mana by now. With what we have, the invasion likely gives us the best chance to fight back. And we get to see their hand. All 2 cards of it. We'll go after the invasion. Flipping it means we get to pack counters on our Angel and any men that attacked. Plus we can sacrifice it to give our men hexproof and indestructible. You know, if their play is to level up their enchantment, that they're running low on options. They bring us down to 2. Close, but not quite it. Had they gotten us down to 1, it would have been GG's, but we're still in the game. I guess we can forget about ever seeing the Vindicator in play. Another feast was not on the menu, but we have to play what we get. The second feast will let us gain a life with every lad we generate. Let's hit them. The lads can't block, so they go in as well. The Angel will gain us 4 life this turn and 5 on our next attack. They give us a good game, but let's wait until the fireworks start. They try for a rebel salvo on our angel. We can use the Parting Gust on it to save it, but then we will be vulnerable to them having another spell that pumps their team. The other option is to sacrifice the light shield array to save the angel, and it costs us 0 mana. This way, we will have the gust to use on one of their men. They don't even bother coming in and explode. GG's, bro. This is Flare, Tiny Mutant Man. That's what TMM means. Am I right, bro? We get another 2-lander to start with. Luckily, we have a lot of 2-drops in the deck, so we have plays we can make. Keep. They play out an Is It land. Are they otters also? Are we drawing otters as an opponent? Is this another game we get stuck on land? Shout out to the shuffler. They snipe our Duelist, but that is fine as the Duelist is not one of our game winners. He's useful for sure, but not a powerhouse. Utterly unbelievable. It's just 1 damage though. Otter Pants are not super amazing early on. I can't believe we actually got a 3rd land on time. It's a relief. Let's find out what they have in hand and maybe slow them down a bit. Let's make their augury expensive. It'll cost them their whole turn if they want to fire it off. And that's exactly what they go for. Gotta find more ammo, am I right? The fun of battling it out with only 3 lands is something everyone should experience. We don't ever need a 4th land. They get a pretty good board now with a Planeswalker. We're a couple of draws from being able to fight back, but they'll have to be good draws.
I just had otter to otter. I need some help.
The only thing we can do here is disrupt their hand further. This is feeling like this game is headed towards a sad end.
Well, gotta work with what's available.
That's pretty much what you have to do when your opponent is stuck on lands. Go full throttle and crank out as much pressure as you can.
I'm confident this will work. You get to be my protege.
We don't have a way out of this one, boys. Let's get going to the next game. GG's, bro. Get your pom-poms out. This is pom-pom. No, wait, it's pon-pon. Yet another 2-lander. I guess if you like getting stuck on lands, this is the deck for you. We do have plays we can make on turn 2. Let's give it a go. Keep. Let's see what they've got. A bit of hand disruption to slow them down might give us a chance if we ever get a 3rd and 4th land. It's not often you see a hand of all removals in one guy. Party Boy Gix has got to go. He loves showing up to parties without pants. It's a Sharkmas miracle. We drew a 3rd land right on time. We know they're loaded with removals, so let's hold off on playing any men out. We'll just work on setting up our board for later in the game. The shuffler doesn't hate us anymore. A 4th land is perfect. We'll play out our Duelist and have mana up for Parting Gust. They fire off their removal, and now is when we play our Gust. We'll save our Duelist momentarily, but they'll be able to snipe it later. But we need to get them to burn through their removals, and this will eat up 2 of them. Always be careful when playing the Gust. Make sure you're choosing the right mode for the situation. They had to use 2 removals on one guy, and we drew a card to replace the Duelist. We're doing all right so far. We drew an Uneaten Feast. This is perfect. Although usually you want to play it out first, the Mentor loves non-creature cards. So let's land the Mentor first, then play out the Feast. This way we'll get a token and draw a card. We'll worry about the life gain later, and this could eat up their removals. Sure enough, they fire off another edict to eliminate the Mentor. That still leaves a token on board for us. They plop a Mishra down that lands with a wet thud, and it suddenly stinks up in here. Looks like we might end up needing some life gain against Mishra. Copying the token will get us a draw. This lined up rather well. We'll play out the talent, and every token we generate now will draw us 2 cards. This looks good. They're using removals on tokens. That's all their invasion would have gotten anyways. They send their Mishra. We know they want us to block, but we're not going to. Let's make them use removals. The Vindicator will be great once we can land it without them having a removal in hand. This turn has to be another Mentor turn. And they respond with their last edict. They probably should have waited and used it on the Mentor. Oopsie poopsie, bro. They used the wrong mode. That's a sad shame. They try to snipe our Mentor, but moments like this is why we have Dawn's Truce. There's no need to gift them a card. The Mentor token will draw us a pair of cards. It's like magic, how well this works when we're not stuck on 3 lands. This time around we'll block. We don't want to give them more men. One mana, draw 2 in white boys. We're outdrawing the opponent. They are outmanned and outgunned. With the Vindicator in play, our board is looking rather solid. Sure, we could have left mana up for the Gust, but having the 5/5 in play will let us get in for damages unless they snipe it. Party Boy Gix shows up late. Nobody cares that he's not wearing pants. They didn't do anything about our Vindicator, so let's play out the other one. Then we'll get in for damages. We'll send the tokens, they can block a couple of them, but we'll get more. That's not something I would have expected to see. Kind of on the heavy end, isn't it? Cheaper, evasive men would be better alongside Gix. Well, let's see what they get. a tithing blade. You can have our token, bro. Like we said, we'll get more. Let's go all in. Send the team and we'll deal with their Mishra. They can have a fish. It'll only be good if they fry it and serve it up with fries. An angel will seal the deal for us. We'll gain so much life they don't have enough deck to take us down to 0. Splode goes the head. GG's. This is Dorka Knock. No wait, it's Do-Rag No Rock. Yeah, that's his name. A 3-lander is absolutely unheard of for this deck. Let's keep before the shuffler changes its mind. Now wait, bro. You can't be on another otter deck. Is that all everyone else is playing? Let's play out the Hive, call up all the lads, let's get the party started. I'm in otter shock. It's like an otter parade around here. We'll play out the talent. It's a perfect combo piece with a Hive, and we'll draw a pair of cards every upkeep. That's a lot of shenanigans and plenty of pain as well. Luckily, we have a 1/1 that can't block. Fabled Passage is a fantastic land that can go in almost all decks, whether you're playing 1 color or 5. I highly recommend crafting all 4 of these and start using them in decks. Let's play out the Duelist and we'll hold up the Truce. You know, in case they try to hit our face with Burn again. They send their otters in. They could easily have something to wipe out our guy, but there's not too many more hits we can take. Let's block. They fire off a board wipe, but they forgot about Dawn's Truce. Giving them a card here won't be so bad. Our board will be saved and we'll have lads that are on the brink of gaining lifelink. Oopsie poopsie, bro. You played a board wipe that affected only you. Let's land the Vindicator this turn. It'll give us 2 blockers, one of which is immune to damage. We'll go in for hits, and that's the 3 poison we need for our lads to have lifelink. This party is going all right. They play out Ral. He's good, but they're going to need more men.
Doesn't take a genius to see something weird is going on. Together we can shift the current.
We go down to 2 life. It's not going to get much closer than this. All they need is any kind of burn, and we could be toast. No jam. Attacking in will let us gain 3 life. We're suspicious of what they might have, so let's get in first and see if they do anything with that 1 red mana. They do have a point of damage to play out and hit one of our lads. He'll go down, so we'll only be gaining 2 life instead of 3. We really did want to gain 3. That 1 point could be critical.
I've calculated exactly what I need. Let's recalibrate the plan.
We have to play out the Mentor. I'm not comfortable with only 1 blocker up. Let's go ahead and make a copy of one of our lads. The boys are better in groups.
I hope you've got bottled lightning share.
Once again, they drop down to just 1 red mana. It's gotta be like that. They send their otters. We will have to block up. Anything gets through and we could be toast. They back out. I can't believe it. They need to strike and get us down low. Well, mistakes were meant to be made. Another gust, and we got another hive as well. Let's go ahead and level up our talent to level 3. This will pump our token men, and now each one that lands a blow will be worth a life gain of 3 each. We'll send everyone but the Mentor. The Mentor is too valuable as a token generator to risk having him go down in battle. They have an abrade for one of our lads. Man down. We'll only gain 6 life instead of 9. That's still an improvement, so we're fine with that. We'll fire off a gust to save our Duelist. He was just a decoy. If we were able to take out one of their men without losing him, we'd have been okay with that. But let's not lose any men if we can avoid it. The lands have been flowing nicely this game. It beats being stuck on 3. They play Otterball, but there's not enough fun and games to punch through. We have 3 solid blockers, and all we have to do is block up a couple of their men anyways. I mean otters. Yeah. That's GG's. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.